Now, once you have your investing account set up, the next step is to put in money to invest. But before you do that, I want you to understand the difference between lump sum investing and dollar cost averaging, because that is also going to be a critical part of our investing strategy. Lump sum investing is when you have a lot of money sitting on the side, which I think is the position most of you are in right now. You want to invest, so you think the most reasonable idea is to buy into the S&P 500 using all your money at once. If you're lucky and invest all your money and the market starts going up in the next year or so, then the strategy is going to work in your favor. But imagine you're watching this video in January of 2020. You decide that I'm going to start investing and I'm going to buy the S&P 500 with all my money. Everything seems okay, and then all of a sudden, COVID hits and you lose around 30% of your investments in March. You will get so scared of investing, and I can guarantee you, you will freak out and sell all of your investments. Even though statistically it has been proven that lump sum investing performs better than dollar cost averaging in the long run, I think emotionally, lump sum investing is not the best for beginners like us. That's just my opinion. We can never predict whether the market will go up or down in the near future, and to ensure our investments don't lose a lot of money in the short term, and we don't lose the opportunity to invest when the market is crashing, because that is when a lot of money can be made, you want to use a strategy called dollar cost averaging. So with dollar cost averaging, all we're doing is, instead of putting all your money into the stock market at once, we're spreading it out over a period of time. Sometimes we would buy the S&P 500 when the market is high. Sometimes we would buy when the market is low. All our purchases would generally be of an equal amount, and we would do this on a fixed interval basis, like every day or every week. If we take the average price of all our purchases, we would actually find that the average purchase price of the S&P 500 is right about in the middle. One nice thing about dollar cost averaging is, since we're buying the same dollar amount of stock on a regular basis, the amount of stock we buy actually fluctuates in our favor. Say we invest $60 every week. This week, the stock price is $10, so we would end up buying 6 stocks. If next week the stock gets more expensive, say it goes to $12, we would only buy 5 stocks. So if the stock price rises, we buy less stocks. If the price drops to $8, we will buy 7.5 stocks. We will be buying more stocks when the stock is cheap. Since we buy more stocks when the stock is cheap, the average purchase price of our stock is going to work in our favor. Even though we bought the stock at $10, $12, and $8 in the scenario, the average purchase price of the stock is actually $9.73, as you can see on the screen. This is lower than the middle of the prices we bought the stock at. Dollar cost averaging minimizes the average price we buy the stock at, and this is a good thing. Dollar cost averaging prevents us from incurring extreme losses and extreme gains in our investments, because we will always be investing. And that means, yes, sometimes we invest at the top right here, and our investment can quickly lose a lot of value, but at the same time, we get the opportunity to invest down here, and this will enable us to grow our investments quickly as well. Dollar cost averaging reduces the risk of investing in the stock market. We never know what is going to happen in the stock market in the near term, so this is the best way to ensure that you make the most money investing into the S&P 500, regardless of whether the market's going up or down.